I don't know, man.
We got to get you off those antidepressants, son. You're losing your marbles.
I thought this one would be particularly interesting for you, Doc, because Rogan had Theo Von on, and Theo Von is a comic who, like sort of all of these comics, they all kind of came out of nowhere. Everybody got into the podcast circuit, and then everyone seems to think that they're experts in everything. Okay, fine, the internet is what it is. But he seems to be going through an awful lot of psychological problems, has now admitted that he's been on drugs, prescription drugs for a long time, but I think he's done plenty of other drugs too. And he had an interesting moment with Rogan here that went pretty viral. Take a look.
It's all just a cat and mouse game. People are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time. It's like, but it's all the same has been happening forever. They haven't been helping anybody forever. They're letting politicians slurp on kids. All of our money goes to Israel, and they're using it to genocide people. It's like everybody is scared out of their wits right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out, and it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us, and our religious leaders are talking about the poll. It's just like, what is going? I don't know, man.
We got to get you off those antidepressants, son. You're losing your marbles.
You think I am?
Come hang out with us. Just chill out.
I'm here.
So
I love Joe. I love him.
So Rogan's reaction, I don't even want to discuss the specifics of what he said and just the general lunacy and connecting all the craziness. But Rogan, who loves conspiracy theories, amplifies all of these whack jobs and everything else. I'm not even saying that in a judgy way. I'm just saying that it kind of is what it is. That he's just like, okay, buddy, like enough of the Alex Jones crap.
Well, I know Theo very, very well. I've known Joe for years, and I've known Theo not as long, but I know him well. And even I think what I would react to is the spin that's not normal Theo Von, and I think that's what Joe was reacting to. That he went from bing, 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 one for the other. Some of the things he was saying was quite on point. Like, the fact that money doesn't go where it's supposed to go, and people, are really interested in their own political outcomes and not really. And I keep hearing this over and over again that both sides are guilty of this stuff. One maybe a little more than the other, maybe.
Sure, but all of it, yeah, I'm not saying everything he said was completely bananas in and of itself, but that Rogan's immediate reaction to hearing 10 sort of wacky things within the wacky limits, but 10 of them in a row was like, calm down, man. That was the interesting part.
But what I'm telling you is that if Theo did that with me here, I would have the exact same reaction. I would go, that's not that dude. That's not you. What's going on? Are you okay? And the conspiracy theory that Joe jumped into right away is, I know you to be on psychotropic meds. I believe those are horrible for you. That must be the reason you're jumping around like this, which frankly can be true because there's a little bit of a manic quality to what he's doing there. And that's antidepressants can do that. And doctors grotesquely underdiagnose, or at least don't review with patients the potential of the antidepressants causing mania.
So that's why I wanted to show you the clip, because to me, there's two parts of it. It's that part, so the side effects of what the antidepressants might be doing. Yeah. And then the other part, where Rogan's initial response, I think he said, get off the antidepressants. But do you have any idea? I mean, this is your world. What percentage of people that get on antidepressants, let's say that are generalized anxiety disorder, not like true, whatever you'd consider the highest level of mania or whatever. Yeah. But what percentage of people that get on these things, average people that get on these things, ever get off them and are still functional?
What do you mean are still functional? Because they wouldn't continue.
Get off them by choice. Like, okay, I got on them when I was 20. I'm 30 now. I've been on these things. I can wean myself off. I've dealt with some of the underlying issues. Yeah. And now I don't need, these types of drugs anymore.
So I don't have the number off the top of my head. I know there's lots of discussions in psychiatry about inadequate treatment. I do know that something like 60% of people that have a diagnosed major depressive episode, which, by the way, it's not the majority of people putting on antidepressants. Now, most people on antidepressants are put on by a primary care doctor that, I want to be clear, has little to no training in psychiatry. I thought I had some training in psychiatry until I started working in a psychiatric hospital, and I realized, I'm deluding myself. You need a psychiatrist to make these diagnoses properly if you're going to put people on these dangerous medications. So I almost always try to have a psychiatric consult, and that to get them with the insurances the way they are and primary care, and patients don't want to see a psychiatrist. Very few people get the proper care. And so 60% of people are going to recur anyway. So there's a tendency to keep people on them. I am against that bias. I like to bring people off after about 6 months, but I would say most people tend to stay on them because of that belief that properly diagnosed, they're going to recur anyway. So let's leave them on it, or at least at the lowest possible dose.